Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. I'm Ryan, and with me, as always, is my good buddy Rob.
Hello. How you doing, buddy?
This is episode number 52.
It's all right. Don't answer me. That's fine.
Oh,
did you ask me? How you doing? I said, how you doing, buddy? Come on. I'm gonna close that too. There you go. Professional show.
I'm doing all right.
That's
all
good.
right.
It's good.
Yeah. Had some excitement in the Kashmir household this week. I started getting flu-like symptoms on Wednesday. And so I ran out and got myself tested, and I do not have the COVID. But, there was 10 to 48 hours there.
Sure, yeah.
I'm still not feeling 100%, but yeah, I caught a head cold in the middle of a pandemic somehow. Because I'm still one of the more cautious people, I think. And
right. Well, you know what? In the middle of something, it's been 6 months. I mean, to not get a cold in 6 months would be pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Especially here in the frozen North Tundra.
Yeah.
Where
It was crazy though. Like I woke up Wednesday morning and Wednesday night, my nose was running and I was sneezing a bit. But I don't know, when the weather changes, my allergies kick in. But then Thursday morning, I woke up, whole nostril was plugged, and I just had that tight feeling right in the middle of my forehead.
Not good.
Kind of like when I control minds, but
right.
Yeah.
So your nose is runny, your palms are sweaty, feeling COVID, mom spaghetti. Yep.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, but when I got tested, they didn't do a throat swab because I was showing symptoms. Oh, nice 8 Mile.
Thank you.
You got the hood.
Yep. The mean streets of Edmonton.
Yeah. Of Capilano, Edmonton.
Of Capilano. Shh, don't tell the people.
Yeah, so I went they didn't do a throat swab. They did the nasal swab. So yeah, that was interesting. I'm pretty sure he poked my brain with that.
So why did he do one and not the other? Like, isn't the throat swab the less intense one? Or
it is, but they're only doing that for people who are just getting tested for asymptomatic. Like, if you think you may have been exposed but not showing symptoms, they do that one. But if you're showing any symptoms, they'll do the actual swab.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's when they tickle your brain.
Yeah. So he puts his finger on my cheek and then his thumb on my ear. And I'm like, what do you... He goes, well, halfway that is about how far we got to go in. I was like, what? Whoa.
It's like the Total Recall little brain.
Yes, absolutely.
Stuck up all at his nose there.
But yeah, so a little excitement in the Kashmir household.
Well, I'm glad you're okay, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, with that, I'm more worried about spreading it than I am getting it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking back up to 2 weeks or whatever of the places I've been, and I'm still working, all the job sites I've been to, and I'm like, oh man, this could get messy.
Sure. Yep.
But you want to know something else exciting, Rob?
What else is exciting, Ryan?
We set up a Patreon.
We did. What's a Patreon, Ryan?
Well, a Patreon is patrons of our show can give us a monthly subscription of money if they want to support us.
And why would we be asking for support, Ryan?
Why would we be asking for support? Well, just because we pay for everything right now out of pocket. And I was kind of thinking, we hit a year and we're still having fun. We're not going anywhere. And it'd be nice to it's not we don't pay a ton out of pocket. It works out to about 40, 45 bucks, I think, in total is what we figured out.
Sure, yeah.
But, if we didn't have to have any money going out, have a little coming in, that'd be great.
Those are all excellent reasons, Ryzen. Where could the people find our Patreon page?
Well, if you go to the website, patreon.com, which is patreon.com, and just search the Grumpy Old Gamers, you will find our page. So when you do a Patreon, you set up a tier or tiers for people to join, and we have a $1, $2, and $5 tier.
And what kind of things can people expect if they help support the show, Ryan?
Well, I'm trying to get to our actual page, but because I'm an editor on this, I can't.
Let me tell you what the people...
There we go. Let me, take it away, Rob.
So, for supporting us the one tier, other than $1 a month tier, as well as having our eternal gratitude for helping support the page, you'll be entered into special grumpy giveaways that'll be Patreon specific. At the $2 tier, you get access to everything the $1 tier has, plus Ryan will come to your house and give you a big hug now that he's COVID free.
It'll be a COVID free hug.
And there'll be exclusive behind the scenes videos and meet the team type videos that we're going to be doing that are going to be Patreon exclusive. And at the $5 tier, you can help us. You get everything that's on the two below tiers plus Ryan. We will also ask for input into. You can provide input into our show, the podcast we're doing right now, and you'll also get special shout outs at the end of said show and any other show we do.
Absolutely.
And I will come to your house and give you a hug.
Yeah.
And I have not been tested. I might have it right now.
And Rob gives long, awkward man hugs, let me tell you.
Lots of long, awkward, moist breathing man hugs.
Okay, that's good, Rob. We're good. No, you can let go now, Rob. Rob, please.
I will breathe moistly right into whoever's ear it is, man or woman, and not that. Yeah. Anyway, unless it's too far. So that's Patreon.
Did you also mention? I'm sorry, I was only half listening to you because I was trying to find just the page, and I'm still new to this Patreon thing, so I was looking around. Anyways, did you mention about giveaways that we're gonna have?
I sure did.
Patreon exclusive. You'll be automatically entered, and we'll do one every couple months whenever we get something that we deem worthy to give away. So the dollar tier is called Slightly Miffed, right? The $2 tier is Irritated, and the $5 tier is the Full Grump. All right.
That's right. Not only did we ask for people's support, we give them affectionate nicknames.
We do.
So thank you. If you're thinking of doing it, we'll have a link in the description of this video, and
if we change,
just click.
if we make some changes to this, because we just really set this up initially just to get things going, but I think we're going to be adding some things to the tiers for people. I didn't talk to you about that yet, Rob, but we are.
As long as it doesn't, and the most important thing, and we'll be adding, we won't be taking away. We're not going to bait and switch you.
Nope.
But for the one guy who's done so far, hi, Steve. We thank you for being
Steve, you are the man.
You are the man. Definitely.
And thank you so much.
You get to five patrons.
Oh, yeah. Listen to this, folks. Listen to this.
5 patrons. After we get to that, I will be doing a special 1-hour Let's Play of Resident Evil 7 for the PC. Now, I will preface this because a lot of people have done this Let's Play, and boy, that doesn't sound like much, Rob. It's a €1 game, you doofus. Well, I hate scary video games. Real bad. Real bad. Like anxiety, get up and stop playing them kind of. And I dedicate that I will play the game for a full hour. No matter what, no matter how scared I get, if I have to get up and walk around, I'll sit back down and I'll start playing again. And several of the other grumpy folks will be live at the same time on our Discord, and
Definitely not mocking you.
not
Definitely-
mocking my
definitely-
chickenness at all.
Definitely not calling you a Nancy boy.
That's right. Not that there's anything wrong with being a Nancy boy.
Nothing wrong with it.
That's right.
It's a term of endearment.
It is. We are not meaning to offend anyone named Nancy, or anyone who's offended by the term Nancy, or anyone who's feels for the people who we that offend by using the term Nancy. We apologize to all those people. And Ryan promises he will do better. No, he doesn't. No.
Not.
None of those things are going to happen. So yeah, look for that. If you feel like supporting, thank you very much. And yeah, that's it. Flagrant self-sponsorship done. We'll move on to the rest of the show here.
Well, in other housekeeping, Rob, we have the favorite console tournament is still going strong. I'm running these ones a little longer than the 2 days we were doing before when we could actually post to the page.
Right.
Because otherwise it just doesn't seem like these polls get out there.
Mm-hmm.
But this week we had the Sega Saturn versus Pong. And that one ended up being a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Wow, okay. Okay.
But Sega Saturn still won.
Was it Saturn or Dreamcast?
Saturn.
It was, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Dreamcast didn't make it.
Huh,
Because
well,
it was Dreamcast versus GameCube, and GameCube won that round.
Right. I'm getting confused. It happens.
It happens when you get old.
It's true.
So right now we have it's N64 versus the PlayStation 2.
Right.
And how is that one doing? You know what? I'm gonna look live because we're just burning minutes anyway.
Why not? This is our 52nd episode, folks.
Yeah. We're just calling it in, but
it's not getting any better at this point.
So the N64 is winning by quite a margin at this point, but it is the 6th today, so I actually should close this tonight. But you know what? I'm going to let it go one more day.
There you go.
It's a long weekend. A lot of people aren't at their computers. Last long weekend this summer. I will post a reminder for that. And, I had some bad news this week, or worrisome news, but you got some great news this week, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Look at that segue. I wasn't ready for that. So, fans of the show.
Hey, wait, sorry, Rob. You got to step your game up. I'm sorry. I'm working on these segues, and I'm setting them up, and you're supposed to be spiking them.
From a guy who doesn't hear half of what I say, that hurts. It hurts. But yes, some great news. I've been out of work for a year, and a lot of that has been, I got a very good buyout from the company I was formerly employed with. May have been in the telecommunications company. They may be involved with coaxial type materials that provide, and they might rhyme with Shaw. So that's, but for the last few months, I've been looking for a job, as is about 15% of Alberta. And I've got one now. So finally going back to work as of September 21st. No longer needing to sell black market bodily fluids. Nothing like that.
He was looking into selling one of his children. It was getting bad.
Again. Yeah.
Poor Henry. We don't talk about Henry.
So for just want to let everyone know who follows the show, has heard me say many times that I'm unemployed. I'm no longer unemployed. So
All
thanks
right.
everyone for the well wishes. And I joked that I was going back. I was finally going to get a job in the field that most of my friends think I do anyway, or have been doing for the last 20 years.
Right.
So,
Well, you work at Shaw. You must be able to fix a computer.
yeah, you're a computer guy, right?
This channel doesn't work. Come fix my channel.
Come fix my channel. Can you turn up the internet at the pedestal? Yes. Yes, I can. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's awesome news. I'm super stoked for you, man.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I hear the budgies in the back are excited too, so.
Oh, did you hear that? Wow.
Thank you, budgies. I appreciate it.
I poked him with a stick just to
say
get that
noise.
reaction. Well, I guess that's all the housekeeping. We can move on into news. So one thing I wanted to mention news-wise, again, if you're a fan of the show, you know how much I love 8-Bit Do.
He does. The 8-Bit does.
8-Bit Do. They announced this week a new arcade stick for the Nintendo Switch. So they had one out before, and I think it's called the NES 40 or whatever their naming scheme is. It's always just kind of. Anyways, it looks very much like an old NES Advantage, except it's got 8 buttons instead of.
Oh, nice.
Instead of just the 2. And actually, was there like an Advantage for the SNES?
There was. It didn't sell well, and I might have only been Japanese, but I have seen them out in the wild.
Oh, cool. I just thought of that. I'm like, wait a second. This thing's kind of amazing, though. So, if you're going to be able to connect it Bluetooth to a Switch, or it's also going to come with a USB dongle for a 2.4 gig connection.
Oh, nice.
So you can connect it to, they say just Windows here, but I'm pretty sure like most of the other 8-Bit Do stuff, anything that'll take the USB stick and recognize it, right? Mm-hmm. But it's got like, it's got the home, it's definitely made for the Switch. It's got the home button, it's got the picture button, it's got, yeah. It's good. I'm super stoked because I've been trying to get the other one, and I haven't been able to find it at a decent price anytime. So I'm gonna hop on this one right off the gate. It's gonna be about 100 Canadian, maybe 109. So, but I love 8-Bit Do's quality, and I'd love to be playing some Let's Plays with a big arcade stick right here.
Oh, sure. And when's it supposed to come out?
It is released on October 20th. Yeah.
Very nice.
So, what else we got in news? Oh, Nvidia had their big event on Monday.
They did. They did.
They did. And, yeah.
Yep, they announced their new RTX 3000 series, and they're coming out really fast. Like September 17th, you'll be able to get, they've got the 3070, the 3080, and the 3090, and they're going to sell for $499, $699, and $1499 American. And so that by itself, the fact they're releasing these cards at a fairly reasonable price, like $499 is not bad. But on top of it, the 3070, which is the furthest one out, that just has a date of October, it doesn't have a specific date. The 3070 is going to be equivalent in power and performance to a 2080 Ti right now. And so the 2080 Ti is about $1,200 American, I believe, right now.
Yeah.
As this is $499. So pretty amazing. And then the 3080, which is coming out September 17th, so the 3080 is going to be the first one out here. They've got performance, they're saying, to 2. So it's going to be double the performance of the 2080. So mind-blowing specs different. Like
yeah, these specs are like, these are almost like 2-generation jumps,
Yeah, it's a very big jump, yeah.
I wonder what brought this on. Like just something they discovered. Like you
It's
know.
the it's the next evolution just in the cards there, and they figured out they've switched engines now to the Ampere engine from the Turing,
Okay.
and it's just it's a lot more efficient. It's they're loaded with RAM. Like holy mackerel, this 3090 has 24 gigabits of GDDR6X. So
Oh
yeah,
man.
just ridiculous.
Some of these have some huge power requirements though too, right?
Yes, yeah, I think the 3090 takes 350 watt,
Yeah.
something like that. They're pretty big.
Some people are gonna be well the guy holding it looks like a mini PC in its own. Like
Yep,
man, oh
yep.
man.
I'm just going to look them up here because I did have that before. I don't have them in front of me, but here we go. August 24th. There you go. RTX 3000 cards and power supply requirements. Okay, so they're recommending that you have about a 750 watt power supply for your total.
Oh.
So nothing ridiculous. That's for the top end one, I believe. But
Okay. That's actually
yeah,
not bad. I thought I'd read that there was yeah, some bigger requirements, but
yeah. Well, there were lots of people speculating that it was going to bring on like the 1,000 watt power supply needs and stuff like that. But they're a lot leaner than they thought they were going to be. It's still a lot, but it's definitely reasonable. And this is on top, so this is very exciting. A lot of people are going to jump all over this, but it's also bringing to the head of that Navi. So AMD is going to be releasing their Navi 2 platform of video cards fairly soon here as well, which is what PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X decided to go with the AMD varieties of the video cards. And you just kind of wonder, they must be fairly equivalent, because if they were blown out of the water, like if Nvidia was blown out of the water compared to AMD, you think they would have looked harder at the other two, right? So
yeah.
very exciting time to be a computer gamer. It's
Or this could be Nvidia showing them.
it's true.
Right?
It's true. I mean, I'm thankful to AMD either way, but you can't say that these prices being lower has nothing to do with AMD releasing video cards that are fairly equivalent in previous performers and with lower prices.
Yeah.
Competition helps everybody, including the PC gamers of us. So finally, because the 2080 and the 1080 never really came down in price.
No.
So the fact that the equivalent cards are going to be much cheaper now, and for much better specs and much better power, that's good news for everybody.
It really is.
PC Master Race.
So, it was a pretty quiet week news-wise in old on the Grumpy Old Gamers page there, except Thursday morning. So Thursday morning, I woke up. I had like a really stuffy head, but I, rolled up to my computer and saw all this talk about Super Mario Sunshine, and I'm like, what's going on? And then, to my surprise, Nintendo that morning had stealth dropped another Direct. And it was the Direct for the Super Mario Brothers 35th anniversary celebration. And man, I haven't watched one of these and like squealed like a little girl as much as I did during this one. And that was only because of the Mario Kart in there, but we'll get to that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they're bringing it. They they are bringing it. The Direct opened with I believe the announcement of the Super Mario 3D All-Stars was the first thing in there.
Was it, or was it the Watch? The Game & Watch?
Might have been the Game & Watch.
I think they did the Game & Watch and then the... Oh, anyway, sorry. But we can do them in whatever order you like, Guy, because
Well,
We're following our highly intricate show notes here, so
yeah. Well, I'm just going by the article that you linked me.
that's right. Which I realized is not in chronological order or even close. So that's right.
So
We're going to talk about them in the order we want because it's our damn show.
yeah. So they announced
Suck it, Billy. Oh, sorry. Anyway,
Super Mario 3D All Stars, which is going to include Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. And it's coming out on September 18th. So like 2 weeks away, essentially.
just like, hey, this is going to be here.
So how do you feel about that? About that 3D, the
Boy.
3D All Stars?
I think it looks cool. Rip to Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
It's now been removed from the canon of the Mario. But great price, very cool. It's a little Disney-ish of them to make it a limited time buying, including digitally.
Yes.
Because they announced that you can only buy it till, is it March 21st of next year? Or March 31st?
March 31st. Yeah.
March 31st. So this game, even digitally, if you're going to buy it digital, there will be a physical copy, but you can only buy it up till March 31st of next year. And then it's put back in the vault,
Yeah.
I guess, like Disney used to.
So I don't know.
Explain
Like
that one to me.
Yeah. So I worked in a video store back in the 90s. And Disney's kind of first big comeback hit was The Little Mermaid. Okay.
Yeah, I'm with
So
you. Yeah.
it came out and
Under the Sea.
it got a sell-through price, which back then meant that it's a price to sell to people, because otherwise, if it wasn't sell-through, it cost $120 to $150 for a VHS tape.
Ah.
Okay. So it got a sell-through price of like $25, $19.99, whatever it was at the time. And then they kind of quietly said, yeah, we're only going to sell it for about a year, and then it's going to go into moratorium. And people didn't really listen. And so when I started at the video store, they had like 10 copies of Little Mermaid. Probably by the time I was done, there's just the one copy left. Because people, their kids go nuts for this movie. They can't get it anywhere else. There's no eBay to go to get it. You know, all you can do is go to your, scour the local record stores and other video stores and stuff. And so people would just keep the rental copies and pay the fine and just be like, I lost it, charge me for it. So what Disney does, though, or I don't know if they still do it, but what they were doing is put it on moratorium for 5 years, and then 5 years after, they put it on sale again. And of course, everyone much smarter then bought up their copies of Little Mermaid. But then, that's what kind of started their string of hits. They had Aladdin and Lion King and Mulan.
I think Milan's a fairly new one, but Beauty and the Beast?
Oh, Beauty and the Beast, yes.
There you go.
Yeah, so those three, people bought them like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And, we told people, like, good thing you're buying this because it's going on moratorium in, 8 months. Like, we won't get any more copies after that for 5 years. So, Nintendo's doing this, trying this out, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It might... Didn't they? So I think they kind of did something like this for the 25th with the Wii. Because I tried finding a new copy of they released that 25th anniversary Mario disc.
Oh yeah, the new Mario All-Stars, right?
No, they had one that had Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3 and Super and World on it, and it was on a disc.
Right, but yeah, there was a Wii version of Super Mario All-Stars, right? Like, wasn't that what there was? It was like a red cover with like
maybe it was All-Stars with the addition of, because there is that version too of All-Stars with World. Anyways, yes. But after a while, you couldn't find that anywhere, and of course, the price of it skyrockets, and So yeah, it helps them artificially inflate collector prices, right? Like I'm already seeing people say they're going to buy two physical copies, one to play and one to keep.
Yeah.
That's $160 Canadian.
Yeah, I don't get it. And I could understand it with a physical copy, like, but doing it with the digital. I mean, we didn't have that obviously in the '90s when Blockbuster was a thing.
Yeah.
But like, just take it off the store, like, so people can't buy it digitally. That just seems like it, because it takes no effort to. Like, I can see you only want to print a certain amount of copies or whatever, but putting it on the store is just printing money. Like,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
But you know what? Also saying it'll be on the digital store forever creates no frenzy.
I guess I just don't understand why create a frenzy as opposed to just selling it normally for 5 years, right? Like, this will sell without that. People have been waiting for a version of Super Mario 64 in high def for 20 years. Like, it's like if you wanted to make some frenzy for like any other game, like, okay, like, fair enough. But this was going to sell like crazy anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I
got,
get it.
yeah.
I mean, but look at it this way. Nintendo owned 3 Christmases with the Wii.
Yeah.
Just by we weren't limiting stock. That's how fast we could produce them. Honestly.
Yeah, it's true.
They dragged that on for 3 years, man.
They did. They were the #1 reached after thing for Wii bowling.
Yeah, and then what got them to that 3rd year was the introduction of the Wii Fit.
Right. That was the big
and
thing.
Then it was the balance boards. No one could find balance boards anywhere. And yeah.
Now you can get 10 of them for $1 at your local Value Village. It's
uh-huh.
But yeah.
So back to, we got off in a little segue there, but Super Mario 3D All Stars. I did a little reading. How do you feel about the remastering of it? Like,
I will reserve judgment for actually seeing a review.
Okay.
But it didn't look like they did lots.
It doesn't, does it?
Now it's just cool to be playing them on there. But if it's not actually a remaster, it's just a collection, is it worth $80?
So
I mean, as if they'll
I
pay
picked
it.
up Mario 64 on the Wii U in the virtual, on the virtual console there. It was hard to play with, like, they didn't fix the camera controls very well.
Yeah, it was a big thing. Those camera controls sucked on the C buttons there.
So I'm hoping that's something they actually put a little work into.
Just a free camera. That'd just be great.
Yeah.
It's not 1996.
Also, I read something interesting. Someone was like, why didn't they just port the Mario 64 DS that has like upgraded graphics? Like, it's got better graphics in this version.
Yep.
It's
true.
Fixed levels, additional characters, like it's a whole meal deal. Like it's quite a thing. But yeah, I'm excited to play Sunshine as long as the camera controls aren't. I dig out my GameCube once every 6 months, determined to make some progress in Mario Sunshine, because that's one of the ones I've never even got close to completing. And yeah, I feel like I can actually, with it on my Switch, I can actually get something done in it. Which leads me to my next thing about Galaxy. So if you're playing Galaxy in portable mode, they've enabled the touchscreen to collect the stars. Because I don't know if you remember.
Yeah. You had the nunchuck there,
Yeah. So they say that all 3 of them will work when docked with a Pro controller.
Right.
But I gotta wonder about Galaxy. Like, how are you going to collect extra stuff unless you're just letting it go?
Right. They must have some sort of mode that'll auto-collect 80% or something, right?
Maybe. But you can play it with with the Joy-Cons detached in docked and play it basically Wii style,
Okay.
where
Okay.
you'll point one of them at the screen and it'll just use gyro instead of the sensor bar
Right.
to
Okay.
give you a target on the screen.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Another thing about this too, I guess, is they have enabled widescreen on all three of them, I believe,
Mm.
right? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's and not just
Yeah, that's a
stretched,
huge
but
deal.
actually seeing more of it. So
Yeah. I mean, they did do some stuff. I just feel like for a 35th anniversary, man, like this isn't
yeah.
just a blind release. It's
hmm
like they really could have brushed up on the 64 graphics or something.
Yeah, they could done so. And for $80, which is $80 Canadian, so $59.99 American for
Yeah.
anyone. It's yeah, it was still cool because
Yeah.
it's still cool to see them. Everyone's been asking for it, so
Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna end up picking it up, I imagine. Unless like maybe I'll hold off and hear some of the initial reviews. Some people have some preview copies already, so I think we're gonna see some reviews in the next week
sure.
here. So another thing they announced was Super Mario 3D World, which is the Wii U adventure coming to Switch. And they did something interesting with this one. I think they finally heard how people little miffed that in regards to Donkey Kong Country Freeze, where they basically just poured it.
hmm
But I guess they did add an extra character in that, right?
Right.
Some surfer dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, they seems like they've added like a DLC almost to this one, um, called Bowser's Fury.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So interesting. You know, I just because I play my Switch so much, I might actually pick this up too. It's not
Right.
coming till February, so got some time. But you know, just a chance again to just play it on the Switch. Like I only made it about halfway through that on the Wii U.
Yep.
So
Me too. Me too. It was definitely one of the more challenging Mario's.
yeah.
Like it seemed like it was a little harder, and but some great ideas, like
Oh
four
man,
player.
some of the creative levels in that,
Mhm.
like the shadow levels where um you're basically you're just playing your shadow. Like I don't know how else to explain it. Like
Yep. Yep.
it's just um be interesting to see what they do too, because they had some Wii U like control pad integration where like you had to get the fans going, you had to blow on the mic
Right. Right.
on the gamepad. So
hmm
be
I'm pretty sure
interesting.
they could replace that with a variety of
Yeah.
different, much less clunky ways to do it. So yeah, it'd be good. And so a couple new amiibos for people who are amiibo collectors. They're going to get a
Right.
Cat
Right.
Mario and a Cat Peach.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. It's a good game.
So the thing that had me squealing like a little girl was the Mario Kart Live. Like, this is something, it's super cool. You know, you basically get a Mario Kart with a camera on it, and you control it via your Switch,
hmm
and it's AR, so it looks like whatever the track is you set up in your house. You race these physical carts around. Like, man, I was a kid in the wrong generation.
Yeah, this looks absolutely amazing. And the fact you can have multiple cars as well. And then with the AR, it puts a variety of other baddies in there. And it's I looked at the house, like the amount of space you need for this, and I don't know of too many people with kids who have this much space in their house where they can
Yeah,
just ride things around.
that's the other thing about it. Like, there's no way I could set this up in my place. Like, it would be a very tiny track.
I am looking forward to the first set of videos of cats, almost getting hit by cars,
Yes.
because this is going to this is going to destroy households. But it looks very cool.
Yeah. It's I like yeah. It's very cool.
Did they talk price at all yet, or?
No.
So I imagine on top of being very cool, it's also going to be
Mm-hmm.
very expensive.
Yeah.
These are fairly big go-kart, like RC go-karts here. So
Yeah. So after that, they announced a Game and Watch, a brand new Game and Watch for
yep.
Super Mario Brothers. Looks like you can play Super Mario Brothers on it, and Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels, and a special version of Ball with Mario Makeover, and that looked like a scary, like Mario clown-like juggler.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if you remember. That was the first Game and Watch ever.
Oh, was
It
it?
was a juggle game where you move the hands like this, and you'd have the balls. You'd be juggling the balls.
Okay, no.
So it was an homage to the original Game and Watch, but they put Mario's head on top of it, so it looked kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's. A
Yes.
little scary, but and it's going to be a watch, or it's going to be a little clock. It's going to have all sorts of features like that, and I'm actually kind of excited about this one. Like, I love little things that do stuff like this. Like,
Oh, definitely.
this might be something I pick up or try to see
Yeah.
how many they actually release. But
yeah, that's coming out November 13th, so that's in time for Christmas.
there you go.
I don't think that I haven't seen a date yet for Mario Kart Live.
No, that didn't have anything either.
One of the other new crazy things they announced was Super Mario 35. It's a battle royale, and it basically looks like you got 35 people trying to make it through a level the fastest.
Yep.
And as you die, yeah, like I don't know, like
It's got so as you defeat, it's like a Tetris 99 kind of screen where it's got all the other players' games showing at the same time.
yeah,
And as they defeat enemies go to other people's screens.
okay,
That's how you kind of make it more challenging for other people, right? So
yeah,
it looks very much like Tetris 99, like
oh, big time.
and a little bit like that game that they got that Nintendo got taken down. Whereas they had a game like this already, like a Mario Battle Royale that someone had released. Nintendo had it taken down, and then they came up with their own. So when you own the intellectual rights, you get to do stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah,
Huh.
that's coming
Well,
October 1st as well.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it.
Right? Yeah.
And then they on Thursday they surprised, or was it the next day?
It was same day.
Same day.
Yep.
They released Super Mario All Stars on the SNES store, on the SNES app there.
Yep, and that one was free, which was very nice. I've been playing that because I like free. But it's the Super Nintendo version of the All Stars. Just very cool.
They talked about a bunch of other events coming to other games like Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, Splatoon 2, and Animal Crossing, all spread between now and March. And also, if you're picking up the Super Mario 3D All Stars, you can get well, is this a thing just for Americans again?
That I don't know.
Because that would not surprise me. But yeah, so you can basically, if you'll get a code with your Mario All Stars, 3D All Stars, and you'll have to enter it online. Or it'll be, yeah, I guess you don't have to do that anymore. Either you purchase it digitally, or when you put the card in, you register it, right? And so it'll be registered to your account, and then there's a little list of missions, which is just like, it's like going to 3 or 4 pages on the Nintendo site. But once you do that, you can get a set of 5 pins, and it includes a Mario from Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3, World, and 64. So cool little gift that they're adding there.
And it is available in the US and Canada only.
Okay.
So it is available on Canuckland here.
Yeah. All right. All right. So yeah, that was that Nintendo Direct. Anything else you wanted to add about that? We got a lot of stuff in that.
Yeah, no, it was really cool to see. Like, be curious to see how things go with the 3D World Order there and reviews for that. A lot of people are very worried, I think, about waiting for the reviews, which is maybe something Nintendo might also be doing. That, if we make everyone worried that they might not be one when we get here, there might not be a copy available because everyone's pre-ordering, then they won't wait for reviews. But either way, very cool. Good job, Nintendo. Now release a Pro Switch. And go.
Yeah, give us an upgrade. A real upgrade.
That's right.
A Switch DS. XL?
Switch U?
Switch U. Last bit of news we have here is CD Projekt Red this week announced that Witcher 3, if you own a copy of it, digitally or physical, when you go to plug it in on your next-gen console, there'll be an upgrade, upgrading the graphics to next-gen for free.
For free.
Yep.
Very nice.
Developers take note. This is what should be happening this generation.
Witcher 3 quickly becoming is vying for Skyrim's claim to the title of things on most consoles.
Yep.
They got a ways to go yet, though. I think Skyrim ran on a well, ColecoVision. There you go.
There's a version of it back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk about getting some life out of your game, hey?
No kidding.
Witcher 3 was just this generation, right? It wasn't on PS3 and 360? Okay.
I believe so. And then they came to the Switch, came to the PC. So still nowhere near to go to get to Grand Theft Auto 5 or Skyrim yet, so.
Yeah. But yeah, I like reading that. That makes I hope developers take notice, because this double and triple dipping of weak-minded people.
Mm-hmm. We'll buy anything you throw at us.
Yeah, I think that's all we got for news.
That was the news.
You've been playing anything good this week?
Nope.
Okay.
Hey, carry on, Noah.
Moving right along.
I am still playing Borderlands 2 for the Switch.
Yeah.
I'm past Sanctuary now, so I'm probably about 4 or 5 hours in. It's good. It's not anywhere near as good as playing it on a big computer screen, because I've been playing it mostly in handheld, but you're playing it on a Switch. Like, that's still just the wow factor, being able to sit on my sofa while kids are in bed and my wife's reading a book and just pew, 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 lasers, big guns. Claptrap said something funny.
How are you doing with the shooting with a joystick?
I'm getting there. One thing the console versions seem to all have is that if you do the iron sights, there's a little bit of it'll move closer to the nearest character if you're within a certain distance. I guess the kids call it auto aim. Yeah. So it doesn't go for the head, but it does go a little bit. So, and you get used to it. It's a lot easier with the Ori pad than it would be with regular Joy-Cons. Like, I've got the Ori pads as well, and it just seems like the analog controls are just a little better. Like, I really enjoy going like this and using them with my thumbs, my human thumbs.
Mm-hmm. With the man-sized
appendages.
Yep.
Oh, can't talk about that.
I guess we got to do a 18 plus now on our.
It's true. It's true. You may as well drop all the F-bombs.
I'll save you the trouble.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But that's basically it. I could talk about Horizon. Not Horizon. Yeah, I don't even remember what the game's called. So yeah, I won't talk about that. It's a racing game. It's got Horizon in the title. I can't remember. Yeah, that's it. How about you? What are you playing over there, guy, fella, buddy, guy?
Well, I when I was having a rough week, I went back for some comfort food and played a little No Man's Sky. Man, like it's kind of fun to go back after a couple months
Hmm.
and hop in and just and like the updates going on in there, they just constant. Like I'm just coming across stuff like crazy. And it's exciting. So
Right,
why not
right,
at
yeah.
all? I also decided I want to get the two other platinums in the game.
Hmm.
So I started a new game in survival mode, which is the hard mode.
Sure.
Um, so that's one of the two platinums. The other platinum is playing in survival mode but permadeath.
Ah,
So I'm gonna see how I do in this one before I commit to permadeath mode. In this hard version, I died 3 times in the first 5 minutes just because everything is cranked way up. Like
sure, sure.
like you're taking damage like crazy, and um, so yeah, that and I picked up a game I had on my watch list on the Switch for a long time. Like I told you, I'm always going through the store just seeing what's being newly added. And this
Right.
one caught my eye. It's called Planet Alpha, and the visuals caught my attention
Hmm.
in in the store. And the trailer, like I was like, "Whoa, this looks crazy!" And the game's okay. The visuals and like the imagination going into this world that they're creating is top notch. Like it's uh, it's great. Um, the platforming, because it's basically what it boils down to,
Hmm.
is very simple. Like you're almost just running from left to right to run through these worlds and to see like there's always something you're in the middle and there's always something going on in the foreground. Like you're always like you're running past something and it just kind of obscures your vision for that second. And there's always um like big alien battles going on. The story is you've crash landed on this planet, and
Hmm.
this is something I haven't seen in a long time. They so you crash land and you're like injured and you're just kind of barely moving yourself along, and so you got to do this for about 3 to 4 minutes while the
Hmm.
credits roll
Okay.
until
Interesting.
you pull yourself into this temple and then you're like healed and then the game kind of starts. um but yeah, like so really cool imaginative graphics,
Hmm.
gameplay okay.
Mm, sure,
So
sure.
um I put probably 2 hours into it. I'll probably put a little more unless something crazy happens, but I kind of got the idea of it. And glad that I did not pay the full $25.99 for it,
Right.
but instead paid $4, I think. So
And that was Project Alpha, you said, or Planet Alpha?
Planet
Planet.
Alpha, yeah.
Look for it on the Switch store today.
And I also this week finished Jedi Fallen Order and watched the last 3.5 hours of cutscenes
Right.
to complete that game. So yeah, I don't know, like I felt okay doing it because
Hmm.
I banged my head so many times like trying to play this game, but that's not something I usually turn to. Like just watching a game, I'd much rather
Yeah.
play it.
It's kind
So
of how we both felt about Avengers there, right? It was,
yeah,
although I've been reading a lot more about the single player game not being that bad.
yeah, I have
Like
been too.
maybe, yeah, so it might be worth going back and
Oh yeah,
we'll see. Hopefully a sale here before too long.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, other than that, that's all I've been playing, and that's all you've been playing.
that's all I've been playing.
Uh, we never did a. We kind of tossed around an idea about changing like adding some things for the bad game challenge, or adding like another section instead. But
We did.
we did. But then, I had my stuff going on, and You had your job interviews, and
Yeah, I had
So-
like 19 job interviews for the same job this week, so I'm
So
not
we-
gonna lie, my week was a write-off. So
yeah. But yeah, we talked about digging into our Steam library,
yes,
and just playing a game that we've got a code for somehow, and it's in our library, but we've never tried it. So
yep.
I think that I don't know. We haven't come up with a catchy name for that yet. Like digging through the trash. I don't know.
Should be something with the word steam in it, like we're so old we lived steampunk, for real. Steam engine, steam train.
Hmm. You know what's great podcasting is brainstorming live.
That's
on
right. This is if you sign up for the $2 Patreon tier or above, the $2 Patreon tier or above, you can hear behind the scenes stuff like this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. We will
Yep.
barrage you with it.
I usually just throw this stuff out, but I'm gonna keep it.
That's right. There you go. There you go.
That doesn't make for a very good case for.
No, it's true. You want to see a bunch of B-roll that we didn't think was good enough to be in the regular show? Pay us money. Oh man.
Yeah. So I think that's all I got. We didn't do any of the other regular stuff this week, so
No.
next week I think it's my turn because you did the food truck Asian food. So I will dig through my Steam and we'll come up with a clever name for the segment.
There you go. There you go.
And
It'll be really clever.
I'll play something that I have in there that I'm like, I don't know where this came from, but let's give it a try.
Could be a good game, could be a bad game. Who knows?
It'll be a surprise for us all. Anything making you grumpy this week, Rob?
Oh, yes and no.
Ooh.
Not really. Like, it's still more Microsoft stuff. Like more Xbox, more Sony. Not really. Like, it's more of the same. People don't want to hear us complain about the due dates for the next gen consoles for the 14th time in a row.
Brent tells us this week, though.
Brent is telling us with his sources, which may or may not be some random people on Twitter, that there will be an announcement by Sony this week. And I mean, you know what? If we just keep predicting every week that there'll be an announcement, at some point we're going to be right. And then we'll be like, look, we told you. You heard it here first on the Grumpy Old Gamers.
You heard it here first.
That's right. Did I cut out on you or did you cut out on me there? Because you like froze for like...
I don't know.
10 seconds there.
I still saw my camera moving and you froze.
Yep.
You probably, so I'm not sure who
okay. We'll work that out in post.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I stopped talking, but I just, yeah. So we're going to keep predicting it till it's right, and then we're going to claim that we got it right the whole time.
Damn right.
And then remove the rest on the internet, which is really easy to do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Right. So where people will be able to look this up after, but it's a Sunday night on a long weekend. We decided we're going to do a little live streaming after this. We're going to live stream some Fall Guys and whatever else we feel like, I guess. Probably just some Fall Guys, though.
Probably just some Fall Guys. It's addictive. We're playing for hours. Assuming we can figure out how to make Discord work again. Like, we got it working last time, so that's probably a bad sign. It'll probably just be 45 minutes of us going, well, can you hear that?
Can you hear me?
How about that?
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for watching / listening this week. As usual, you can check out our website at thegrumpyoldgamers.com. That's where we post all of our original content. You can check out our Facebook. That's where we have definitely the most activity with news, current news, and we post our videos there. Basically, you know what? We're pretty much everywhere now. If you just search for Grumpy Old Gamers, you'll find us.
I'm going to prove that right now. Grumpy Old Gamers.
We have a Twitter, Make Us Grumpy, at Make Us Grumpy. We have the YouTubes.
We're the #1 search on Facebook or on Google right
now.
There you go. Yay, it's real.
Suck it, Grumpy Old Gamers, not the Grumpy Old Gamers.
That's right, Grumpy Old Gamers with a Z.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if Google's just doing that because I have it in my... Anyway, I won't bore the people more than they already are. So
with analytics.
That's
also,
right.
You know what? If you get any enjoyment whatsoever out of us, we would love for you to sponsor us. $1 a month. That's all it could be. And we'd another thing I think we forgot to mention, Rob, or maybe you did, but I was only half listening. was we're not going to keep any profits out of this. 100% of anything that's made out of this is going back into the show. If we cover our bills for our hostings with the website and the podcast, we'll put that money towards, like, you know, we had to order Friday the 13th for being the winner of the worst game ever.
We paid somebody money for that.
Yeah.
Somebody made money on us buying that game.
Or, Rob's Retron is broken. We could put that towards getting Rob a new Retron.
Help Rob get a Retron.
Help Rob get a Retron.
That'll be a Kickstarter.
Help Rob get a Retron with our Patreon. Hasn't a good ring to it.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
So, again, just search for Grumpy Old Gamers on Patreon, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We're everywhere.
Great. Just contact us. Tell us we're pretty.
Yeah.
You'll make our day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Our email, makeusgrumpy@gmail.com. Make us grumpy. Tell us we're wrong. We love that.
We do. It's true. Actually, we don't really care that much because we usually are.
Yeah.
And we're not millennials. Oh, shots fired.
Ooh, we are going to get some angry emails about that.
Fuck it, millennials. We're just kidding. We love you too.
We don't.
No.
All right, everyone. Thanks. Have a good evening. We will see you next week.
Take care. Bye-bye.